At first glance, Kim Hye looks like a grandmother. Normal, but not ordinary. You don't want to reveal your secret in front of outsiders. I went to the police station today to report it because her daughter is Jun Seo. I'm in 8th grade and I left home. I suspect my daughter left the house. Because it wasn't that long ago. Your daughter had a fight with you. But my daughter's never left home before. This is the first time it's happened. It was returned 13 hours before the incident. Hector's working on a book restoration. There was a woman that day carrying a foster diary that she wants you to restore. Hector said he could do it. This makes her feel very lucky. Even though this diary also contains too many memories. She saw the ring on Hector's hand. Curious about you. Ask about your family situation. She replied that she was married and had a son. It's a girl, but Hector only talks about it. And then we're going to talk about book restoration. See off Hye-joo. Suddenly remember I have to go to a parents' meeting. Jun Seo, your daughter is the head of the entire school. Not done. It has also become a focus of attention among parents. You're very modest though. She said that education is her business. You can't help it. People ask about Jun Seo's dad's profession. You look awkward. Just use a simple sentence. He told her that her husband was just doing normal work. You hear the mothers. The kids will go to Seoul University together this weekend. I found out that a parent used their own relationship to earn a place on the teacher's thesis. College professor, but she didn't listen to her daughter mention of this.
This is a good opportunity.
Even if there is a relationship, it is not possible. But you refused without hesitation. Hye-joo is very honest. On the way to see the child without money for food, she would take the child to her sister's restaurant, Yosin, to eat. This is a free restaurant for teenagers, children and pregnant women. Hye-joo also specially told the kids here can eat for free. You can always come. She lives simply and quietly. Only a very small portion of people know. A woman who looks so normal. I actually have an extraordinary husband. Her husband's name is Male in Lingerie. Is a member of the parliament of this region. Inside the conference room in the city. Speaking at a press conference. Eloquent. Criticizing members of Congress and senior officials. About illegal speculation. Criticizing Commissioner Song by name only. Commissioner Song gets into the political Thanks to the wife's money. After promotion, he began to report back to his wife and relatives. This caused a lot of noise. And in the city, it's the exact opposite of him. My parents in the city are no longer there. The family is also normal. Wife in the city, not like the wives of other artists. They will not appear in public to campaign votes for husband. You've never shown up so far. But people have heard. No participation and no interference. It's a condition that your wife set when you entered politics. After you exposed Commissioner Song's past, this enmity seems to have made them unrighteous. He deliberately mistook you for a secretary. To make it hard for you, but you're neither arrogant nor self-deprecating. No matter what, when he's your age. I'm still working as a secretary for someone else. Getting it wrong is also inevitable. In the capital to meet the party representatives. Party representatives praised him for being young and told him offices with beautiful views in the building. This congressman or ever had a president working, it's always sought after. If you can get re-elected, achieve the achievement of consecutive tenure, you can choose the office you like. But you refused. I don't care if the office is good or bad. But you're not without ambition. I wouldn't have gone to Jalito as a senator. I just feel like anywhere in this building. You can't see the mountain next to the greenhouse. Party representatives understand the meaning of your implying words. In the city that I'll help you go further. Send a text to Cho Hye-joo after the conversation. Share how you were praised by others. When you get the message, you're in front of the store. When preparing to take the owner's niece has died. She went to her grandmother's funeral. I can't believe a customer just happened to meet me. To visit so very touched in my heart. Granny pulls her hands mutter. Told her that her niece was a college student. After arguing with my boyfriend has posted sensitive photos. My daughter is thinking about this. She thanked her for coming and asked her to leave her name. She comforted the old woman for a while, but he didn't leave his name. Evening her daughter comes home. When I questioned her at SAO, I refused instead. It's a good thing to get your name on the paper. She said out truth. Jun Seo is just a middle school student. You can sign your name in the paper. University professor. It doesn't make sense to look at this. If her father knew this, he'd be against it. She just heard about dad. He immediately became impatient. Because of her father's condition, she had to be careful everywhere. I want to teach her a few things. But she went straight into the room and locked the door. Her family lives with Yosin. Yosin is on the first floor and her family is on the second. It was late at night to finish a working day in the city. Go back to your house and take out an empty cup. This is a vegetable juice cup. Every morning, Hector makes a cup of vegetable juice for her husband. It hasn't changed in 8 years. I got off work early today but didn't want to go to bed early. Going with wife. Do something inappropriate for children. I suddenly got a phone call. I had to leave at night. After he left, the room immediately became cold. She didn't sleep. She started cooking pork chops. After cooking, she came outside her daughter's room. She stopped for a moment at the door. When she found the door unlocked, she opened the door. The girl's bed is empty. She and Yosin went out to search. Her phone is also off. My husband doesn't answer the phone either. She rushed to the police station to report it. She turned it off. The police couldn't locate her phone either. Not long after in the city, 2 men on the street looking for their son, but the bottom of the tank did not work. Your patience is running out. The feeling of insecurity is getting worse. The police always have attitude. Work according to the process. The case has not progressed at all. There was a female police officer who recognized her. She carefully asked if you were a senator. After receiving a positive reply, the two quickly stood up and paid their respects. Attitude change 180 degrees. He immediately said he would report to his superiors, but in the suit refused. I don't want to get special treatment. Request the police to handle as usual. But Hector was teary-eyed. I pray you can break the rules once. Ask the police to help them. You're both a senator and a father. With the help of the police, the case was immediately upgraded to missing persons. The police department has mobilized a large force. While you're confused and afraid, then suddenly I got the news. Found a body on the river. The couple rushed to the river every step of the way. You're almost unsteady. Police zip body bag. Inside, the face of a man. This guy turns out to be your oldest son. Nam Chi-hun. Very quickly the incident was reported. The artist's eldest son, not long ago, because drinking makes a mess in public, he was sentenced to suspended prison. But during his suspended sentence, you're drunk again. Passers-by are seriously injured. Your disobedience on the outside is quite scandalous. Both in the city and in the city, it is very painful because when someone mentions you in front of you. She always laughed very wryly. Facing the police officer's question, she slowly recalled. You're not your own child. Your biological mother has passed away. Half a month ago I picked you up. But I didn't take you home. I'll rent another apartment, let you stay and let you know. If you have time, contact your family. Don't do things that hurt each other. But you talk without respect. I just want you not to stop. Back to my career path. She was angry and said some harsh words. I told you instead of causing trouble every day. It is always better to disappear. I haven't seen you since. Police. Some drugs were found in the body's clothes. I found a phone with a fake name. The phone in your name is now turned off. The river has no surveillance. It was raining at the time of the incident, so it's a little difficult to find. In addition, before he died, he drank a lot of alcohol. The body had no apparent wounds. The police make a preliminary judgment. Most likely, you drowned. Jun Seo is back. The little girl soared into her parents' lap. She stayed out for a while before coming home, just to make me worry. Who expected this to happen? At Chi-hun's funeral, celebrities from all walks of life come to visit. There are some people whispering sarcasm. The next year came the parliamentary elections. Maybe it's a good thing you died at this point. Party representatives passing by immediately warned them severely. If you don't understand the pain of losing a loved one early. 2 weeks later he arrived at the house Chi-hun used to live in. Get ready to pack up and get a death certificate. She was in a heavy mood when every stroke. Write your name on the form. I couldn't help but quietly shed tears. Not long after, a girl came to the house. Newspaper Hye-joo knew she was pregnant with her son's child. The press reported at the same time. When Chi-hun's body was discovered, take the medicine with you. This is for the city. It's certainly a powerful blow to a political career. Chi-hun left not long ago. Subin came to say she was pregnant. Chi-hun's son. I also brought a Thai test stick and the hospital's inspection report. At the same time continuously pressed. Strong is not a fraud.
Subin also found out she was pregnant yesterday.
You're dead, so you didn't know about this. Subin didn't finish high school. Your words and actions sound strange. Especially when Hye-joo asked Subin about her parents. She forced her mouth to say she didn't have parents like her. She didn't understand why Subin knew her past. She hurriedly explained that Chi-hun said tell me. She hopes she can stay here. Out here, she has nowhere else to go. Hye-joo was a little panicked. I don't know how to deal with it. She asked Yashin for help. Yashin is much calmer and more rational than she is. She asked Subin to provide evidence. Proof of the relationship between the two. But Subin's phone is missing, and then there's not even a picture of Chung. Jasin feels a new girl in her 20s. She was pregnant with someone who had just been released from prison for half a month. It's happening so fast. At the same time,
that's the story of the son in the city hiding drugs in the
newspaper. Your husband abused his power. I was also discovered while looking for you. There's a very strong demand in the media. The man in the city who abused his office resigned as a congressman. The police have the results. Autopsy of the son's body. There is no trace of the drug in the blood, but the alcohol levels reached the level of acute alcohol poisoning. The police also arrested the drug dealer. It's on the list of transactions that he made. There's a phone with a fake name. The merchant. The transaction location is in the toilet. The river has also appeared. The camera at the bathroom door captured your image. In the capital. On the one hand dealing with this flood of information. To deal with pressure from the media and we have to work between the sides, so we're exhausted. I got drunk and didn't get to the door. Hye-joo came out to let me know that a girl came. In her womb, she is Chi-hun's unborn child. After listening to the details of the incident, the two people disagree to stay home. But his wife said that Subin was like her. First time to Seoul. There's no family. 0-1 coin stick bag with nowhere to go. Taijun Seo is also about this age. You can empathize with her mood. But you raise questions like Yosin. There is no evidence that this child is his. Hun and dollar home confrontation with girl. Your words are full of doubt. Subin also sensed his hostility softly, so she showed her attitude. If you don't welcome this baby, she can go and tear it down, but will also multiply. Make this public so the public knows. There's an artist chasing a pregnant woman. My nephew left the house. Jun Seo heard these words, immediately rushed in to scold Subin. Talk badly. In the eyes of Jun Seo, his brother, he's a complete scum. It's not good for Subin to get back to you. But in Subin's eyes, Chi-hun is not like that. More, she didn't know you were on drugs at all. The two sides argue without end. Finally Jun Seo angrily locked himself in his room. It is still a matter of reconciliation between the two sides to stop arguing. Subin temporarily stays at Hee-cho's house to arrange for her in Chi-hun's room and help her get her things ready. Take care of her very carefully. Be careful to ask. Did Chi-hun ever force her? If you listen to Subin, Hee-cho breathes in. Group late at night. The two men finally have private time. He told her to take Subin to check the flower, but you don't see the need. She's absolutely convinced that Subin didn't take drugs. I advise you to wake up. Subin can hang out with people like Chi-hun. You're obviously the same type of person. I hope you can accept the truth soon. Chi-hun taking medicine. It's morning. I woke up and went out and started work. At the door he was suddenly surrounded by reporters. She found out that her husband forgot something and chased her out. Just in time to catch her awkward form. In front of the reporter. They're asking you about your son's medication. Do you know or help hide it? It also refers to your abuse of power. Let the police investigate. I tried to avoid the question, but Hye-cho standing next to me can't hear you anymore. She stepped out in front of the camera. He said he himself asked. The police are conducting a special investigation. Hye-cho's emotions are about to collapse. On the second floor, Subin's been quietly watching the action downstairs. The oil shop owner saw this video on the news. She's worried that Hye-cho hasn't come to get the oil. I just found out that you are the congresswoman. So she went to the office in the oil city. Downstairs she met a reporter who was reporting. Reporters talk about the death of Chi-hun. Very interested in the media. While not too long ago, there was a woman who wanted to break up with her boyfriend with death. So she ended up thinking. But her story is of little interest to the AI. She said out loud that they were lying. Interrupting the news, she told the reporter, the girl who thinks it's her niece. The reporter saw someone in the scene. I am excited to be interviewing you. I can't believe you're in the city. Tell the reporter not to curse at you indiscriminately. After what happened to my niece, you and your wife went to the temple. Besides, your son hadn't happened yet. I know you're a good person. You just crying just accused the reporter who pressed his wife. How could they say such words to their parents? I just lost the video. After it was posted online, has sparked a heated debate. Not long after in the city, publicly respond to recent controversies. He admitted his older son hid drugs. Publicly apologized for the abuse of power. Because my son was missing, my heart is so broken that I lose my mind. I couldn't make the right judgment. I finally called everyone. Pay more attention to the other victims. And she's using her niece's case as an example. Cases of this kind, even if there's a prosecution, most of them have committed a crime for the first time or have repented. Only a fine or suspended sentence. The incarceration rate is very low.
I promise. The program will amend and strengthen laws
related to the crime to be subject to appropriate punishment. The host asked.
What were your last words?
Is it taking advantage of someone else's tragedy? To cover up the controversy. Are you sensitive about yourself? You say because someone's paying attention to you because of an argument. So it's for you. This is also a good opportunity. Let the people listen to you. So, this time joining the program is not only for sorry. It's about speaking up for the weak. Look at you on 6. The oil shop owner was crying out loud. Not long after, she was interviewed again. At the same time full of praise. In urban philosophy that's rapidly changing. To see all of this, party representatives looked at you with different eyes. You're much more capable than she imagined. I also watched the news. Turns out you've been to the temple too. That day I went to the funeral home to visit someone else. Happened to pass by the spirit path of the granddaughter of the old woman. Saw her name. He remembered the news about his niece who had just watched the mourning. So I went to visit. The two spouses don't know. The enemy also goes to the temple. More when you visit. I can't believe there will be news reporting about this. It is also considered a chance encounter. They took advantage of this event to stop the talk revolves around me. But there's a little fear in my heart. She comforted her husband by saying he was right to do so. Love you and trust people. You will not take advantage of the difficult circumstances to solve his crisis. She hugged her husband for comfort. Because you spoke out about the case of the oil lady's niece. So it's gotten a lot of attention. Very quickly the police arrived at the door of the boyfriend's name. Prepared to arrest him. But right at the moment, the police are talking to his parents. There was a loud noise in the room. Then there was a scream of terror downstairs. Turns out he can't stand cyberviolence. In recent days, chose to jump from above. It's in his phone constantly. Show up message from netizens. They're all cursing words telling him to die. That before turning on himself he left a note. Male killer in lingerie. Under the call of the city. People have focused their attention on this case. In a minute, the girl's boyfriend's name involved in the case. Criticized by thousands of people. He couldn't take the pressure, so he thought. As soon as the news broke, the name of money is also mentioned. In a moment you're pushed to the top of the wind. Not long after, party representatives and his implacable rival Chung, Commissioner Song, also received the news. I was having lunch with my journalist friends. Commissioner Song deliberately teased. He said he's called the good gunner in the city. Radiation of the Korean party. This time the gun was stolen. The trigger hit civilians again to cause murder. The reporter also recorded Commissioner Song on the phone. The play must be performed to the full. Commissioner Song Sai sent a round of HOA to visit the spirit of the boyfriend's name. Fortunately for this death case, the majority of netizens are in favor. They thank you for punishing the wicked. Even June SEO at school also received praise from his classmates. They totally support her father's approach. Other side, in the capital to do a DNA test with Subin to confirm whether the fetus is Chi-hun's child. But Hum thinks differently. He suggested that the couple adopt Subin temporarily. If this gets exposed by the media, you might even have a good reputation for killing. Take the homeless girl. Can increase public sentiment. Subin. He was taken care of very carefully by Hye-joo. She personally brings up food afraid she is bored. He even took her to his office. Show her the results of her book restoration. This book is not popular. Hye-joo also happened to know this profession. She used to work at the Social Services Center. I will go to the library whenever I have time. One day,
the library is recruiting volunteers.
Book restoration. You've never been exposed to this field. Curious, she decided to try it. In the process of working, every time you finish a book, there will be a sense of accomplishment. More and more fun. And then she started the self-study process. They even opened a book recovery room. You're done buying Cho Subin's phone. He even took her to Yosun's restaurant for lunch. Subin knew that woman wasn't actually you. Her intestines, but Yosun did not mind. Yosun truly considers the family as his relatives. Be willing to do anything for them. I'm reporting on death right now. Of boyfriend's name. The city is also involved. Oil shop owner watches the news. He also expressed his gratitude to Hector. When you come,
I also gave Dong San sesame oil to you to taste.
I just mentioned Dong San. There were some unpleasant memories in her mind. But she's more interested in her own crooked boyfriend's name. You want to go to the temple and visit him. But Jose reminded her it was best not to come. Even though SAO public opinion is also beneficial for the city.
On the contrary, they will be scouted by those who have a lot of stories. That they're mourning a criminal who deserves
to die. And his family will not appreciate it. I will only speak ill of you. It doesn't make you remember. Related to Dong San. You were kicked out of the temple before. Make your mood upset. Alone in the office. Subin also came to the office. There's nothing to do, so she wants to stay and work. Hye-joo Subin said that Chi-hun often mentioned her. But it's all words like you don't have a mother or a father. I don't have a college degree, not my mother. You are a little sad to look for an excuse. Ask Subin to help me go to the convenience store and buy water. Don't let her see you crying in the city. Continue to participate in activities. After arriving, the family. Boyfriend name egg tossing. You are the killer who killed your son. Not even to visit. He turned to greet the family. Then rushed to the scene and resume operations. You're not in a good mood. I went to Hector's office. In front of your wife, we can finally remove the camouflage. Express the pain in your heart. Some people die because of you, and you feel very guilty. Hector understood her husband's suffering. Come to embrace and comfort me. Honesty is the biggest bright spot in you. That year she was a volunteer. Frequently visit the old single anchors. During this time you have known me. People also come here often. Not only that, but for 3 years, there are people
anonymously deliver items to the front door of the Social Services Center.
With a donation of 1 million won. But people don't know who that nice person is. Once you couldn't sleep, you came to work early. Just in time to see you packing, in front of the Social Services Center. After many meetings, the two became acquainted. Slowly come together as husband and wife. I had a son at the time. I'm muttering in my mouth right now that I've killed people's children. His words could not help but recall Hye-joo's memory. You've been yelled at by a woman. He killed her child. The woman was very angry. Get you out of the way. I am extremely sorry for my deadly behavior. Subin bought water. She stands outside the door undisturbed. Couple hugging each other, while she goes to buy water. I met your wife in the closet. 2 people talking in the car. According to the position of Hun Chi, the baby in Subin's belly is not necessarily Chi-hun's. Hun cover warning Subin. If you want to stay at home in the city, be as quiet as a dead man. Otherwise, she will most likely become a dead person. Before saying these words, Hun Che withdrew the recording device. Wait for Subin to leave before reconnecting in the city. Calm down. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go home. I just want to stay in the office with Hector. Look at you busy. Enjoy the time that belongs only to the couple. How many years have you been everywhere? Busy with different activities. More than 7 years in politics. I've never had a full day's rest. Cho is busy with his work. Not long after, the city fell asleep. Look at your sleeping face. She remembered that year he was about to become a senator. I warned you. I hope to get support from you. That way you can go further and further. More and more firmly on the path of his dreams. I promised you, even if I'm a politician, I will continue to let you live a peaceful life. Not bothered by the outside world. This promise I will always remember. It will also continue to hold. Hear that. You don't stand in the way of your career. You only have one request. If one day you feel tired, I have to tell you. First he hugged her. Thank your wife for her support. At the same time, I'm glad you kept your promise to me. She looked at him sleeping and called Cho Yosun. Ask her to come home and make some food for Subin. Yosun reluctantly prepares food. But I haven't eaten a few pieces. Subin had a morning sickness reaction. Not long after waking up in the city, two husband hand in hand back home. I heard Subin get sick in his place. Barley tea to visit interested Subin a few questions. Subin came up with the flour test report that he did. The results are negative. Subin doesn't use wheat flour. Done. I'm absolutely convinced that Subin doesn't know anything about this. I hope the city doesn't get too cold on Subin. Sao Subin is also pregnant. In the city convinced, I agreed to try and trust Subin. At the same time remind, Hye-joo don't give too much love to Subin. I'm worried you'll get hurt. The next day he went to work and met Subin at home. Subin greeted him but his face was expressionless. Eyes don't look sideways, go straight through her. When I went downstairs, I changed my cold face. Talked to Hye-joo. Subin heard the two talking with a face full of anger. Recently in the city is investigating the commissioner's sister-in-law. It isn't Dong-san. Suspect she's engaged in land speculation. The woman who threw you out of the temple. In the memory of Hye-joo, you are the woman who killed her child. She also has a daughter and a son-in-law. Daughter BA years ago went to study abroad. Recently returned to the water. During this time,
she gave the land she owned to Kaisen.
The Kaisen family is not rich. When two new couples get married, she helped him open an indoor golf course. Because you always need my help. She treated Kaisen very casually. In the eyes of outsiders, he manages the property. But he's just a puppet. I didn't get a penny. After my daughter returned from abroad, her new grandmother led her to start dealing with some real estate. It's hard to get out of the city. Chief of Team 5. He expressed his dissatisfaction.
Hope your wife can be more active in interacting with you.
Local try. The wives of other members of Congress. We're all interacting with the local community to try to vote. But Hector never got involved. This makes the team members a little frustrated. People in the city know what the director means. But I can only bow. Sorry. Explain the promise I made to my wife. That night I drank with Bamboo Hun. You talk about your political agenda. I hope the world can move in the right direction. Hun Trey asked if you had to choose one. Between the dream world and the Heckos, how would you choose? Mr. Lam replied, adults don't choose. Your wife and career are in your hands. In the capital, do not stop to participate in other activities. On the way to meet Hye-joo just off work, she greeted Hun Che and the others in the car. I accidentally saw lipstick fall on the floor of the car. You've seen Subin have the exact same lipstick. This makes you remember. In the city once said, I told her not to give too much love to Subin. She came to Subin with questions about the lipstick. Before that, Subin said that her lipstick was accidentally lost. And the lipstick is very normal. It can be purchased anywhere. After you leave, Subin muttered that he was jealous of her. So Cho is always waiting in the capital to come home. I asked who you met. Take the enemy home. Did anyone else drive your own car? I know that everyone who works with me drives. You have cleared your doubts now. I feel sure I've thought a lot. In the city, wash your face. Subin had just vomited. Subin quietly gave way for me to go to my room. Subin changes his wet shirt to reveal JD tattoo. The eldest son's name is Chi-hun. It doesn't seem like your initials. After taking a shower, he knocked on Subin's door. Think back and turn around. The next day I went to work as usual. This time he and Commissioner Tsang argued. He criticized you for making it up just because you're divorced. Is my sister-in-law, the land my wife bought. Again approved by the government as development land. That he has to endure your slander. About work, business of other family members. He said he didn't know. He also talked about his oldest son hiding flour. You're pissed off, so you two are not happy to break up. At that moment, she knew that his subordinates were walking around.
Dong-san, ask about the land.
She immediately gave the order to Kaisen to solve this difficult problem. Kaisen listened to the words immediately to meet his female colleague. He previews related news in the capital. See Hector in the photo. He immediately realized that she had been his classmate. While Kaisen was in awe, the capital arrived. And your daughter? I saw Hector in the news. I knew it was Kim Cheol. I knew. She came to her front door in the city, appeared in front of Hye-joo, and call you a killer. Hye-joo was terrified. I don't know how to deal with it for a while. Sung-hai doesn't make it hard on the spot. It's just your phone number. You unconsciously. I remember when I went to work on my mortgage. I found out you changed your name. Then I asked why. But you've gone through the motions. Now you're in a constant panic. The appearance of Song. Hi, I woke up to your nightmare again. After the city began investigating her estate, Lisa S. mom met you once. I hope you stop the investigation. His mother-in-law didn't do anything wrong. People in the city have rules. He made it clear that he would distinguish right from wrong. When I finished, I asked about his house. Said that his wife's hometown is also in Dongsan. Not long after her niece's boyfriend sold oil, thinking his mother also took medicine. Decided to commit suicide. I was lucky to be taken to the emergency room after washing the intestines out of danger of life. When I heard the news in the city, I was very impressed. I can't help but think of Chi-hun. My boyfriend's family can't stand the pressure. Chi-hun has been in a similar situation before. There are even more malicious comments. And you don't look like a normal family. After the offense, have parents to protect. After you make a mistake in the city as a father, not only did I not pray for you, it's the opposite. You have to ask for severe punishment in public. Just thinking about these things in the city immediately extremely ashamed. Reminds me, even if it's Ji-hun and that boyfriend's name, they're both villains. In public perception, the villain deserves to die. It's only black or white. I totally feel for the wicked. So these feelings of mine, I can only show my wife at home. When you're outside, remember that you're a senator, not Ji-hun's father. I was going to go to the hospital to see my boyfriend's mother. I advise you not to show up, to avoid offending the people. But you did it on purpose. It's no surprise you're blocked outside the room, sick because according to the family of the boyfriend's name, you pushed him to the top. The wind of public opinion. This leads to the tragedy of the whole family. I don't object. Let his father beat and scold me. I told his father. I also lost my son not too long ago. I'm here today as a father. I also lost you. His father criticized him for acting. But I can't be angry anymore. He couldn't contain his grief. And the oil salesman is very grateful to you. It's because of your voice. That makes the scum Kia met the alarm. She really wanted to do something for you. So I came to clean outside his office. You don't know the video. Her niece was soon land transmitted on the internet. Still good show since having a situation with Sung-hae. You've suffered a lot of mental anguish. Sung-hae sent a message asking if in the city you know your past. No high warning you. If you don't want others to know the old story, it should be a little more discreet. She even dared to become a congresswoman. Sung-hae told her to go to Dongsan the next day for a trip. You dare not listen. Still Sung-hae, I'm also living in hot water. After her brother, who is also her son, she died and she was the only child left. I give all my love to Cho Sung-hae. She's starting to get worried. She has a strong desire to control her daughter. I don't like girls always going out. I hope my daughter is always by my side. There was a time when he said he wanted to move to Australia. She kept her wings in her lap until now. Hye-joo also became afraid of the wind. You lock yourself in your room and don't go out. Subin accidentally touched her clothes and she scolded her. When working accidentally spills the red ink jar. Ink filled on hand. It immediately reminded me of years ago, as she washes her contorted sticky hands under the tap. Subin doesn't know your true thoughts. Every word. Her actions in Subin's eyes were all. The chain post she feels more and more. I've always been an outsider here, especially after the two of you. Hye-joo and Jun Seo get along. Feeling lonely and distant. That way it gets more intense. But in place, Jason Subin feels a little warm again. She went to Yosin's restaurant to deliver oil. Because you are a pregnant woman, you should get free benefits. Heard Yosin say that before.
She used to run to my mom's bar in the sparkling city.
My mother never took money. I have compassion for her difficult situation. Put her to work at the bar. Your mother is a kind person. What a good thing Yosin is doing now. Maybe it's learning from her. At the same time, he proposed an amendment to the Constitution. Vertical sex crimes are not passed. If we wait a few more months, the term ends. The bill will be automatically repealed in the capital.
And his team is thinking about other measures.
But pushing a bill within half a year. It's almost impossible, unless there's an event that causes a lot of public opinion. Like the previous boyfriend's case. Even though such ideas appear, it's just fleeting. Now there is news. Some artist's wife drove into a car, they died and fled. This incident caused a huge public reaction. Everybody's talking about it. The artist's family must be very careful to avoid getting involved in a political career of hetero artist after watching the news, not to mention yourself. So there's more panic and insecurity. Sung-hae call you. Don't forget to meet in San Francisco today. She panicked, not knowing where to hide. Can only go to the rendezvous point. I remember an evening many years ago. You were still Kim Cheol. Sung-hee's brother Sung-ho confessed to her. She deftly refused Sung-ho, said that I only see him as Sung-hee's family. No other thoughts. You want to go, but the wind is holding you back. Not long after, she was covered in fresh air. Her knee was also injured. She went outside the police station to file a report, but at the last minute I hesitated. She turned to the shelter and arrested him. The mother of the glass is the glass. She comforted her feelings. Said that boy's at the age of chunky. Do that to someone you like. You can also sympathize. Maybe you escaped. In the end, nothing happened. She put a piece of gold in her hand. Tell her to hold up. It's like falling in love with a coral. An excellent student of Seoul University. If you are not satisfied, she had a way of helping her get a scholarship. When she heard about the scholarship, she was moved. I agree with you. I won't search anymore. But when she walked out the door, she was insulted by the acclamation. She looked out at the side of the road.
Still hanging the Cheers banner.
Who was directly recruited by Seoul University. She silently clenched her fists. I finally can't swallow this. You still choose to report. That night Sung-ho chose to leave this world. From that moment on, her nightmare began. Sung-ho's family considers her a murderer. You are the victim. But after just one night became a pest. In times of despair, she left Dongsan and changed his name from Kim Cheol to Kim Hye-joo. Time back to the present. I went to the meeting place with Sung-hae. What you didn't expect was that the capital was there. Turns out you finish work for the day, not far from Dongsan. So I asked Kisonare to meet me. I saw you appear. It's amazing here. That's how two couples get together. She introduced you. My wife and I were all her former classmates. Sung-hae is a very good friend. I can see that you have become the senator's wife. Live a happy, stable life. I feel more and more unfair in my heart. On the dining table, Sung-hae inquired about her process and in the city of acquaintance. He also mentioned that Hye-joo changed her name. They say vague words. In the capital, always feel between them enveloped a strange atmosphere. After dinner, Sung-hae dragged Hye-joo away. Hope you don't want to be so easy to miss. Especially when you know you're married. After 4 years since he died. Sung-hae asks you to come back tomorrow. Santa trip. Sorry for the mom. She admitted it was because she didn't have money to go to college, so deliberately slandering around the clock. You remember that time? She could have gone to Seoul University, but considering the prices in Seoul, high even if you get a scholarship, not enough to spend. At the suggestion of the teacher, she switched to another university. But at the same time, Sung-ho got into Seoul University. You and Sung-hae are still good friends. Sung-hae wants to help you and Sung-ho, but she doesn't seem to like Sung-ho. On the other hand, in the city also skillfully remind her husband Cho has never interfered in your work. Not showing up or not participating, and not helping is his principle. So this real estate thing has nothing to do with you. I hope he doesn't bother you. But he also began to suspect Sung-hae and Cho have a relationship. Why did they meet so suddenly? Sung-hae said his goal is to Hye-joo apologize to her, but he was suspicious of the fact that whether Hye-joo lied about harming Coral or not, Sung-hae remembers that day. That day was the day of the final exam. Seoul after what happened in the evening. He told Sung-hae in person, I was admitted to school today. You can't do self-destruct. So Sung-ho insists that he's clean. Hye-joo is lying. Not long after Sung-ho had a problem, she broke up like Cho Shu said to Sung-hae. Hye-joo, because of money, deliberately slandered. Hye-joo came to see her that night. Asked her for help to get a scholarship. Because she refused, so she immediately tore her clothes. Go to the police station to report it. The goal is to get a settlement. At that time, after Sung-hae knew determined about this, to sue you. But she was worried. They will be involved in harassment because of this. Let the dead rest in peace. So they didn't sue. They also claim Dad with the outside as the Coral died because Tim stopped eating. Now Sung-hae remembers these things. I can't help but shake my whole body. She hates Hye-joo's. Because you broke her family apart. And myself living a happy life. When you get home in the city. I asked if time could turn back. Do you choose to mention your boyfriend's name on the news? No, I asked you how you would do it. And frankly, I don't know what to do. I keep asking you. I regret marrying a politician. There is no real answer in your heart. You're sorry you married a politician. But I never regretted falling in love in my head. But you hide your true thoughts. She told me she had no regrets. The next day was the anniversary 25 of Chi-hun's biological mother to visit the mother's house of the deceased wife. I ran into Subin in the hallway. He looked at her stomach and asked a question. For the child in the stomach, can she really be held accountable? Subin said you're not qualified to ask this question. Back to the room. She's pissed off her tattoo with a pencil. Then I went to the hospital to advise on how to break two. Before going out into the city hugging Hector. I'll see you after the congressional elections are over. They're going on a cruise together. You are very touched by what I say. I'm ready to go out. Discovered again. The front door was filled with leaflets. In the words in the city is the killer. That's why you're terrified. She sent him off and cleaned up at the front door. I have to go to Dongsan for a date. You've been in a panic all day. Even looked at the wrong word on the flyer. The wife of Nam-in. Capital is the killer. She was so scared that she immediately woke up. Then my soul realized I was wrong. In the city, they investigate Hye-joo's past. She went to Seoul alone at the age of 20. I knew you when I was 22. Then marry me. All I know is that you grew up in an orphanage. Living very hard as a child. I don't always ask much about your past. Now I have a desire to understand your past. This is also seen as a protective measure. The oil shop owner heard the news. No, the niece's video was transmitted online by She was devastated and contacted Hye-joo. Hye-joo wants to contact the city, but not to bother her husband. You're looking for a clue to ask. After confirmation with Hunche, her mood also became heavy afterwards. My wedding photos and you. Pretend you want to spend the rest of your life with her. Go to the orphanage where you used to live. Ask about your past. From sister's words. I know the story between the two. Sung-hae and Hye-joo. This time in the capital to the hometown of Chi-hun's biological mother.
So after getting cancer,
he refused treatment for the baby in his stomach. She was born less than a year before she died. She and I were married less than 2 years. At first, her family blamed her. Over the past 25 years, I've been taking care of them. As time goes by, they're getting better. They just hope Chi-hun can live well. I can't believe you left in such a hurry. They don't have any blame for you. Because I've done enough. They just hope you will later devote yourself to the country. Don't go back to your mother's house. In another development, Hye-joo Theo went to her grandmother's house. She discovered 25 had passed. The furniture in the house is the same as before. Even in the closet there are all kinds of coral. At this moment the hurrying doorbell rings. And then there's the VA hitting the car violently. I can't help but wonder about Hye-joo's past from the orphanage. But outsiders that year only knew. When she accuses Sung-ho of harassment, it was not long before Sung-ho passed away. The specific truth no one knows. Secretary speaks results of investigation. You're also very helpless.
It's definitely Sung-ho's death.
Led to the prosecution of the case invalidated. That's why the case was abandoned. This time the truth is completely buried. On the other hand, Hye-joo Theo is going to her house on the floor and keys on from Sung's unusual behavior. I figured she wanted to see Hye-joo. He immediately broke the news Cho in clothes. After hearing the news, he immediately drove like flying to grandma's house. I finally got there before she left. I rang the bell and saw no one open the door. You crashed directly into Hye-joo's car. It's parked on the side of the road. Make a loud noise. Sung-hee had to open the door this time. He came in front of Hye-joo and told her, "This doesn't need you. Solve the more do not need you sorry." This attitude no doubt infuriated Sung-hee even more. She criticizes the couple as the same gut. The hands are all twisted. She killed Sung-ho and he killed his boyfriend. Hye-joo constantly explained with Sung-hae. At that time, she really didn't know the corals would think. But because of the coral's death, so your denunciation hasn't been resolved. Lead to this, there's still no explanation. If you really have to say, you're a victim. You understand the feeling. Lost the relatives of both of them, so you're willing to bow your head. But that doesn't mean you admit it. I was wrong. It's an undeniable fact that I harassed you. Quarrel gradually escalated. She mentioned that she had clearly lost her son. I can't empathize with the mood. Losing their loved ones. Maybe it's because Chi-hun is not his own son. Listen, so Hye-joo can't hold back his anger anymore. You're out of control. The girl in the closet is always on your side. You warned Sung-hae. If she contacts you privately, I dare to abuse you. I absolutely won't sit still. After leaving, he told his secretary to bring the crashed car. Scrap.
When the secretary left, he met Kaisen-hun.
Talk to him. If you decide to go public with the story, at that time, Hye-joo's side will definitely confirm that the coral has committed a crime. But he died. So the old story was no longer able to unravel the truth. It seems that Hye-joo is the one who suffers, but corals have been dead for years. Will also be questioned again for harassment. Say not. It's also related to her land speculation. The secretary analyzed rationally let him know. The implications of Hun-chae are clear. They were never a relationship equal to be able to negotiate. Sung-hee took Hye-joo's story to Commissioner Kang. He couldn't help but be a little angry with her. He warned, Sung-hee absolutely do not act foolishly. She has no proof. It's very likely to be counterattacked in the city. At that point things will become more and more difficult to solve. Hye-joo and in the capital come home. You didn't say anything all the way. You're very worried. The election's coming, and you almost got me in trouble. You comfort me, you don't have to worry. You don't have to explain the past to me. All you have to do is forget everything. I'll figure this out. I totally trust my wife just because she's hot. You open the door and you park. She found a letter from the oil shop owner. Leave it at the front door. When she came to school, she heard a classmate talking behind her niece's boyfriend's name. You're not the kind of person who would sneak in. They even pointed the needle at her niece. I suspect my daughter cheated on me. She heard the heartbreak. That son of a bitch killed his niece. He also posted a video of his niece. She was so unsatisfied that she chose to take the suicide pill. She hopes in the capital and the Heko. I can help bring my death up. News announced the injustice of granddaughter. Let the world know your boyfriend's name. What kind of person is that? The two immediately ran to the oil shop. Look at the oil shop door closed. The couple called the fire department to break down the door. I found out she was taking drugs and passed out in the house. Lucky to be.
She was cured in time and she was still conscious.
She's been focusing on land recently. So always point 5 fingers with Sung-hae. I deliberately mentioned something before. She wants to settle in Australia. Put pressure on her. To stop her delusions about Chow running away. She's going crazy. She even wants to go abroad, study abroad for a while. When John secretly opened her phone, save Hector's number. The next day Subin. I saw the picture happy birthday Chi in the phone. There are 2 men and a woman in the picture who seem to have a good relationship. At this very moment a man named JD called. Subin immediately panicked. Busy city all day. Time to go to the hospital. After deliberately crashing the car yesterday. I always feel chest pain. After the examination, it was found that there was a slight fracture. Take the sick back to the office. Speak to the surrounding staff that I intend to push for an amendment to the law. To the vertical crime cases. Whether the defendant or suspect is dead, it will not be for the prosecution. Expired without prosecution. We will continue to investigate the case until there is. As a result, I know it's not easy. There is a similar bill before, but it didn't pass. Even though the road ahead is full of obstacles. But I decided to move on. Your purpose is clear. We have to get this bill passed. In the next time, I told you about Hector Cho's past. The same advisory group. Kaisen was meeting with Hector. Talk about the relationship between you and me. You have to go back to high school. All 3 of you are classmates. At that time Sung-hae secretly missed Kaisen. But Kaisen, I like you and have confessed to you. See you again after years of separation. Kaisen doesn't say mean things to you like Sung-hae. He seems very polite and fair. But the words he said, it also makes you feel cold. He hoped you could go. Sorry. About that year, Hye-joo and Sung Hye have one word each. The police did not investigate, so now he doesn't know the truth. How did it end? He came to see you today to ask the truth. But no matter the truth. To mother-son Sung, he suffered a lot for this. She became trying, except Sung. It's because of her that she's under endless mental pressure, so he's hoping you can come out and apologize. She's in a complicated mood riding the bus home. In the sky pouring heavy rain, she got out of the car halfway to the test studio. Go downstairs. She saw Subin walking around with an umbrella in the rain. You don't understand why Subin is here. Turns out you told Subin. Every time it rains, she goes to the studio to check on the situation. Subin remembered what you said. She's worried she'll blame herself. You also said you didn't like it. She touched her own stuff. But now she loves Subin not even in time. She hugged Subin in her arms. Tell her to take good care of herself. And the child in the womb. But Subin has a complicated face. Turns out she went to the hospital not long ago for a checkup. I know that the baby in the stomach has collapsed, but she doesn't know how to save RA. On the other hand, in the city told the party representative about the intention to push for an amendment to its party laws. Representatives frankly saying that this is impossible despite the power of public opinion. In the end, all that's left is controversy. But the opposite.
I think it's a good thing to argue.
Maybe we can take advantage of people's interest. Your attitude is resolute. I just hope the party can support me. I went to Yosin's restaurant. The love affair of two people. They also had to say years ago. At the time, he was just a reporter. In the city as a lawyer. When Yosin was wrongfully arrested, he appealed the constitution.
Han Bamboo and in the city gave their best to help Yosin.
Unfortunately, the application was eventually rejected. Yosin knows. There are still a lot of people on my side. Han Trey once embraced the dream of changing the world. To become a journalist. In an interview, accidentally known in the city, Han Trey according to you solved the case of Yosin. In the process of more and more contact, Han Bamboo increasingly recognized you. When he went to Congress, he came to find Han Trey as an assistant. Han Trey agreed without hesitation. So far he has never regretted it. By now the wisest decision of his life. It's about following in the city. Josian seems to have something to say, but still hesitated to say RA. Hye-joo gives Subin. Go home. She prepares hot water for her bath for comfort. The next day she invited Subin to the studio. I see you full of love. Photography for the books that are being restored. Subin suddenly wants you to take a picture. She looked at the few pictures that Chi-hun left behind. I suddenly feel sorry. She turned to Subin. Help me ask Chi-hun's friends. See if they still have your photo. Subin always had a question. At SAO, you never asked me if I wanted to have baby RA. She said frankly that she certainly hoped so. But Subin's own thoughts are more important. No matter what choice Subin makes, you are willing to accept and believe. Her good will cause Subin to again stalk. She immediately found an excuse to get up and leave. All day and my heart is heavy. Because after pregnancy, it's still in the stomach. We need to do an operation. Subin to obstetrics and gynecology for surgery. She has an unbearable stomach ache. Finally Yosin came next to care. He begged Yosin to help him keep a secret from Hector. On the other hand, she divorced because of the land that 5/7 Commissioner Sung helped. He doesn't want anything to do with this. That's why she became more and more irritated. A few days ago, she sent Kaizen to search the city. Worry now the problem has not been solved. She couldn't help but blame Kaizen for not trying her best. Sung Hye and Kaizen are both very upset because of her. Kaizen told Sung Hye private probe before she's done with the land issue. Don't mess with Hye-joo anymore. Times are different now. You have a husband who's a good senator. If you continue to search, on the one hand, it can destroy Sung Ho's honor. On the other hand, it would ruin the land she wanted, and Hye-joo because of Sung Ho. It's always under a lot of psychological pressure. Think carefully. She told an old story to Yosin. That's Subin. She was quietly listening to the two of them. Hye-joo can't forget the words. When I tell you I'm sorry, she asked Josian if she should apologize. Josian advised her to say that she was a public figure in the city. You can't be arbitrary. Sorry. Besides, it's not your fault. You know, your mood is finally, gradually calmed down, but then you suddenly find out. You mentioned it on the show today. About the oil lady trying to take her medicine. I just got home. You have expressed your dissatisfaction. You do that to hurt. The second time for insiders. After the broadcast, the internet is full of insults. Boyfriend name. His parents were attacked by netizens. It's not just his family. Even the owner of the oil shop and his niece were arrested. Excerpt for no reason. In the city told Hye-joo before the show. I asked her for her opinion. She doesn't care if she's scolded. You just hope. The girl's voice can be seen by everyone. Your hesitant attitude now, keep me from asking questions. Why do you sympathize with the perpetrator? But you don't have to sympathize with the perpetrator. It's about sympathizing with the victim's family. The family is innocent, especially after understanding the family's pain. Sung Hye.
She was more worried that the same tragedy would happen.
But this time no matter how you pray, you don't give in either. I intend to push. If we want to change the law, we need a voice. Public opinion like that. More as bad as possible. For the long-term benefit, there must be a sacrifice in front of you. I hope you can support me. I wanted to hug you but you avoided me. The next day after you went out, Subin also wears a backpack. The photos she sent to wash. Not long ago, they were all sent home. But as soon as you leave, someone took the package containing the photo. Not long after, Hye-joo went back for the photo. The photo package has been replaced. I'm going to send you some pictures of Chi-hun for your grandmother. When she went to the city's bookstore looking for envelopes to send a letter,
she suddenly discovered Chi-hun's phone.
But you clearly remember what I told you. The police can't find your phone. Curious to open the phone, I saw a recording of the conversation between Ji-hun and
You're very angry because Subin asked you to break up.
They threatened to end lives. Everything in the city knows. I even prematurely concluded that Ji-hun's death was due to Subin. But I didn't tell you. She was shocked as if she died on the spot. She was going to find Subin. It was then that she discovered that Subin had quietly moved away. You can't help but start worrying about her. Joe, I advise you to stop thinking. Give up looking for her. From a conversation recording, maybe their relationship is not good, but you're still not sure. Subin went to find his mother. Her mother's attitude towards her remains cold and distant. The previous meeting was after Subin found out she was pregnant. She and I hadn't seen each other for 15 years. So she goes to her mother who's been away for years. Subin just announced that she's pregnant. Her mother's current daughter is back. In front of the next girl. She instinctively hides the relationship between the two of you. Pretends Subin's just a regular customer. This is very heartbreaking for Subin, although Sao has not met 15. To a word of concern that her mother didn't say. The stranger is Hye-joo. Give her the care and warmth she never had. Hye-joo couldn't help but keep thinking about Chi's story. Hun, even when working is careless, she calls. Electricity in the city. But under too much pressure, you can't even say a complete sentence. Just panting. Finally she fainted. He rushed her to the hospital. When she woke up, her eyes were filled with tears. In the city. You found out Chi-hun's phone. Know the truth about your death. He explained to her that he didn't mean to hide it. Worried after knowing the truth? You won't stand it. Because I thought, for you, I didn't say. Now.
I just hope you don't let Jun Seo know about this.
I'm constantly sorry. Always patiently advise you. I told you not to torture yourself anymore. On the other hand, Sung Hae to the restaurant. This place is where the boyfriend's parents lost their lives. She's trying to pull two people towards her. They are all victims. We should get together to do something. Whether it's calling or posting online. But the mother refused. Sung Hae always exhorts the new awkward father. Tell the truth. Get out after the end of the case, the police told him. The granddaughter of the oil shop owner is a prostitute. They both know each other this way. The two men feel very lost. I hope it stops here. Don't make a big deal out of it. Sung Hae is in an awkward situation. If your niece is a prostitute, once the truth is revealed, the public will surely think, a woman who does this. What's the point of looking into a hidden camera? Sung Hae hesitated to open the forum. Procrastination. I don't know if I should reveal this truth. Evening. Hector couple home. I'm drinking in the living room. My sister just cleaned up next to me. If you're afraid Hector's worried, what you need to do is not hide your phone. It's deleting the message. You explain. I keep the message in case of need. The last message was that Chi-hun threatened Subin. He said he would kill himself. By the time I got the phone, Subin was home. So I keep this message so that one day you can show it to Subin for deterrence purposes. I don't blame you for always looking out for Subin. Subin is homeless at night, in the sauna. Sometimes I remember the kindness Hye-joo for me. Woke up the next day. Subin found out his phone was gone. I forgot what I left at my mom's store. But right now, someone's calling on your phone. After the mother answered the phone, I heard the guy claiming to be Subin's boyfriend. A post appeared online today. The truth is that my niece is a prostitute. Very fast. The post sparked a heated debate online. Comments are even more unsightly, although that doesn't change the truth. She's the victim, but the public's view. There's going to be a subtle change to this. But at a disadvantage. For the amendment of laws in the municipality. Not long after,
the news came to the parents of the boyfriend's name.
They claim the post was posted by Sung Hae. Because they're just telling you this. Father of boyfriend named Call Cho Sung Hae, loudly scolding her. Sung Hae feel guilty, because she didn't actually post it. Actually, the real mastermind is the councilman. Please, Kong after hearing that her niece is a prostitute. He decided to reveal it immediately. Now is the best time to take advantage of Hector's past. Squeezed in the jungle, land speculation and dong sap. At the right time, the commissioner and the councilman are pleased. Video appeared again on the internet. In the city by the father of the boyfriend. When he went to the hospital to visit his parents. This video is actually secretly filmed by hooligans. Waiting for the right time to go public. To turn the situation around. The senator's good plan was ruined. He couldn't help but get upset when he met Hun Bamboo in the elevator. Your words are full of gunpowder. He reminded Hun Bamboo in the city, take good care of the unknown woman. Come out to your house. He was referring to Sobin. And heckling implies, he should manage his lower half well. Don't get involved in other cases related to the prison trade. His words made him unable to remember. After he bought a cell in an apartment. Has been maliciously blackmailed by a setup. The enemy deliberately crashed into his car and take advantage of his parliamentary status. I'm sure he doesn't dare make a big deal. On the contrary, he blackmailed him. Subin was a member of that blackmail gang. At that time, the payment account was Subin's. Subin went to her mom's store to find her phone. But the phone was taken by someone she knew. To find her phone, she called her own. Ask the enemy to return your phone. But next to the crook's partner, he took her phone. That's the congressman sitting next to me. At night the oil salesman suddenly came to the house in her clothes. Then you also knew about it. I went to the hospital to ask. She came to the door to question him. Why would I visit the parents of that scum? You even guess that you've always used yourself to build an image. She absolutely will not ignore you. He rushed to explain to her. I came here for no other purpose. It just comes from a father's compassion. But she didn't want to hear him explain anymore. Hye-joo also watched the video so it hurt me. She accidentally touched the wound in her stomach. I see you in pain. You just found out you were injured. You blame yourself even more. Living together every day without knowing it. You've suffered so much. She hugged him uncontrollably and kissed him deeply. I also comfort you, everything will pass. But I didn't tell you. The video from the hospital was actually from you. Hun Kai back. After you sell oil, I know you visited your boyfriend's family. She could not contain her anger but went to the door. I asked her, but after she came back, she screamed. I deliberately came to explain to her. And the reason you're doing that is to push for law reform. To prevent. And then there were victims like her niece. Now she was convinced. When I visited the next day, her attitude has softened a lot. Please get the bill passed. She volunteered to be used for this. Hector and Yosin visit a dead girl. This is her daughter Son. Leave Yosin alone for a moment. When you go out, the VA must be a man. She suddenly remembered that she had seen this man before, in a photo of the family of 3, including Yosin with Son and Son's father. So she called him back immediately. I would advise him to leave quickly. After that, Yosin went out. When she saw him, she was angry. Then out. Years ago he tried to take the whole family away. He committed suicide but in the end died. Yosin fell asleep. After waking up, she found out she was in the hospital. Your beloved daughter has left the world. To this day, Yosin still can't forgive Soun's father. Yosin rushed to fight with him. He was irritated. I don't hesitate to say nasty things. At the very least, it's a dead end. Hector hurriedly pulled the two out, yelled at him and threw him out. Then she hugged Yosin tightly and comforted her. Yosin is not at the restaurant today. Subin came looking for you but couldn't find you. She sat down to eat a meal. He was about to leave when he finished eating. Yosin didn't seem surprised about her appearance. Ben frankly asked if she had come to ask for money. Subin also asked for 2 million won. Yosin did not hesitate. Ask her account number to prepare to transfer money. Subin knew the phone was taken away by his accomplice. The enemy blackmailed Subin for a large sum. There's no other way. Subin just arrived at Yosin's restaurant. After Subin got the money, she told her not to come looking for me. Subin hesitated to ask Yosin a question. I used to treat myself so well. I also cook seaweed soup for my birthday. You just want to be a good person, or want to buy myself. But Yosin remained silent and did not answer. At the same time that Subin was spending money, my friend used this phone to communicate with me. Hye-joo. He claimed to be Chi-hun's friend and met Hye-joo. He asked you a question. Did you know Subin was pregnant? After receiving a positive reply, he deliberately said vague words, implying to her that Subin was indecent. Is a bad girl. Although she trusts Subin very much, but the man's words still made her suspicious. After returning home, she found 6 important properties. Check if there is any loss. After talking to you, his partner also confirmed the baby in Subin's womb is Chi-hun's. He remembered the time when Ji-hun had a problem. He is not talented. Can you contact Subin? Then Subin RA entered the congressman's house. So he pretended to be the father of the baby in Subin's womb. I finally got her pregnancy report. Based on the time of pregnancy, Subin's child is Chi-hun's. Today after talking to Hye-joo, this speculation was finally confirmed. The friend came to a conclusion. Chi-hun made Subin pregnant but was kicked by Subin. In your confusion you've been thinking. When he remembered you, his partner showed a cruel face. He seems to hate you to the teeth. Hate can't kill him. On the other hand, after that, my niece is a prostitute who was exposed online. The boyfriend's family immediately suspected it was Sung. Hye-joo Sung-hye directly explained to them that, and she herself had such a thought. But in the end it didn't. What makes Sung the most painful is, even the first husband, her husband also suspects her of doing it. Kaizan found that Sung-hye still could not let go of hatred. I want to tell her to get out of here. But Sung-hye refused. She can't leave her mother alone. Sung-hye's attitude made Kaizan finally determined. He contacted in lesbians, provide evidence of her. Ly and Commissioner Tsong land speculation. It's like God's help to me. Commissioner Tsong suddenly came looking for you. He said he knew about Hector's past. He wants to use this to trade with you. The deal is between him and her. Land speculation cup. Currently,
you're looking for him with the evidence that Kaizan provided.
2 people negotiate, 1 step back each. No more harsh confrontation. Evening.
Hye-joo said that he went to see Chi-hun's friend.
I hope. Don't hang out with these indecent people. Including Subin. You can't argue. You only have one request. If one day Subin shows up again, I hope you don't show Subin. Ji-hun's last message. I told you that. Commissioner Kong knew she was Kim Ji-hun that year. Thanks for taking the initiative today to provide you with evidence. You took advantage of the evidence. This transaction is achieved.
With him, stop him from talking about your past.
But I don't trust Kiseon. Even though SAO he is also the family of Sung Hai and grandmother. So he advised Ms. Chi by taking the initiative publicly. She's hesitant to face overwhelming public opinion. I didn't make it hard for my wife to think about it. But he also said that he needed your help. You will be my helper, very big in pushing the bill. Go out alone to calm down. I accidentally went to Yosun's shop. I can't believe Hunche came to this place. Today is Son's anniversary, so Hunche also visited Yosun. 3 people drink a few cups together. Hun cover remembering the past. Choose to follow in the city. You made me find the ideal. So he gave up his steady job to be around. He helped in the city a lot. At the same time, he feels very lucky. When you meet like-minded people in the city, the trust and affection between them, it makes you admire. After Hunche left, she told her sorrow Cho Yosun. You don't know if you should talk about the past or not. 01 is that you will suffer a lot of curtains. You are worried that the family will continue to be hurt, to once again heal the scars of himself and his family.
Sung Hai. That's in exchange for the bill being passed.
To help more people benefit, is it worth it? After a complicated psychological struggle, she finally agreed, but she had one condition. You don't want to appear in public. She said her decision Cho in the city. I didn't say a word and hugged her. I finally promised her that no matter what, I will also protect you well. But the next day she just walked out the door. The front door was surrounded by reporters. The camera is pointing at. She asked if she had hurt him years ago. To die a man? She woke up feeling lucky. This is just a dream. She ran into a colleague in the group of advisors. They invited them for a cup of coffee. While talking, you accidentally know. Yesterday afternoon I asked the team to prepare statements about being related to Hector. But apparently, after I got home last night, you just proposed this. At the same time, he was willing to wait for her consent. In other words, no matter what your final decision is, I've also chosen to make this public. She asked you directly. I admit that I did give the preparation. Before this, you are difficult to accept. I can't help but wonder if you talked to me last night. Is it just color? He said he knew she would agree. I ordered someone to prepare the draft. But out of respect for you. So you're still asking for your wife's opinion. Listen to your explanation. Sometimes you are a little sad. Kaizen came to Seoul today to meet you. He had an appointment with Heechul before. The last time you two met, Kaizen asked her to apologize to her mother and son, and say some inappropriate words. This time he came specifically to apologize. Kaizen has agreed to provide evidence. Land speculation. That's why he agreed to help. Mostly because of hope. I can see my mother's true face. Kaizen wants Sung Hai take this opportunity. Let go of the past in your heart, so she can have a little more fun. In a meeting with Hee-cho, I can't help but remember some old things. That year he liked her. You can honestly say that you have feelings for him too. It's just that Sung Hai was liking Kaizen, and because of that, you always don't reveal your heart. At the same time, I was going to meet Kaizen. Colleagues in the group are a little nervous. Kaizen provide proof. It's a betrayal of Sung Hai and her grandmother, although they will help Kaizen keep this secret. There is no wall in the world that does not escape the wind. She's worried.
This secret will be revealed sooner or later.
Colleagues' concerns quickly materialized. She also came to Seoul that day. When she called Commissioner Kong, I know a news. The wife in the capital is Kim Cheol. Years ago Grandma Glass on the road happened to meet her in Kaizen. She came forward and scolded Kaizen for carrying a snake and biting the chicken. The enemy.
Provide evidence of his land speculation.
The angry woman slapped Hee-cho in the face, cursing Kaizen. She's working with the person who killed her son. You two hurt yourself together, and she goes away in anger. She was in a hurry to call Cho Sung Hai, driving while looking at the phone. Be careful, there was a traffic accident. On the other hand, So-bin and his money-spitting gang, she finally got her phone back. The accomplice told Subin that Hector had called. You two met once. He deliberately added fuel to the fire. That Hector was straight in front of him. You actually hate Subin, but because Subin was pitiful, in order to protect her husband's public image, that's why she reluctantly adopted Subin. Subin was a little surprised, half believing, half doubting the words of his accomplice. The more his accomplice comes, the more he continues to ignite the schism.
I asked him to move something I forgot at Cho Subin's house.
After the accomplice brought the goods, he deliberately misrepresented Hee-cho's act of kindness. I don't want anything to do with Subin anymore. Subin was frustrated. My partner is trying to detect. Asked for news related to pregnancy. Turns out the accomplice was Subin's boyfriend. It is important to keep in mind the existence of Chi-hun. At the end of this meeting, Subin proposed to break up. After she had an accident, Kaizen immediately took her to the hospital. He was absent from his appointment with the city. Fortunately, her injury was not serious. Sung Hai was scared to cry. I also regret going through this. He decided to retract his promise. No more evidence. In the city talk about this Cho Hye-joo. If Kaizen flipped over, your grandmother also knows your true identity. Commissioner Tsong will soon reveal her past. There's only one option at this critical time. It's a public initiative. I hope you can be on TV. The person who appeared was the most reliable, but you're a little hesitant, even suspicious. This time I decided first, then report the results to me. Two people argue a few sentences. Jun Seo heard. Asked by Han's daughter, so you've told me all about your past. She finished listening to the story. Encourage her to stand out. What happened in the past is not your fault. If you are willing to speak up, in the city will push for legislative amendments in Congress. The future can help more people. Go alone to find Kaisen. He understands. Kaisen considers that his mother-in-law is in the hospital to avoid hurting.
The police officer did not continue to provide evidence.
He used that as a weakness to intimidate Kaisen. If she knew about her husband's betrayal, I will surely live in suffering. After breaking up with his partner, So-bin went to the sauna. She was sleeping at night when she was harassed by a goat. A sister enthusiastically immediately moved forward to prevent. Give John a fight and comfort Subin not to be afraid. Subin couldn't help but think of Heechul. You've asked me so kindly before. Is it true that I was forced to have sex? Subin is deeply inspired. She deleted some photos of Chung from her phone, then to the police station. Not long after, Heechul.
I got the news that Chi-hun committed a crime in the city.
Because this is called an emergency press conference. Heechul wants to stop you. But when we got to Congress, the press conference started. I stand in front of the lens. Frankly admit about mistakes. Chi-hun committed while he was alive, and also solemnly sorry. Right after that, you've presented the idea of amending your bill. I hope I can push for an amendment to the law, with the premise that even if the perpetrator died, then the vertical love cases will not be interrupted. Investigation even if the power of prosecution that can expires. Be thoroughly investigated.
He even invited the rich shopkeeper to the scene.
I'm announcing this new bill will be named after her beloved niece. So the bill is also known as the South Gon-Ax Act. After the press conference is over, Hector couldn't help questioning you. Why is it so important not to discuss with you? You asked So-bin. Subin replied at the time that she wasn't forced to. She didn't think Subin would lie. But from your mouth, you hear another version of the story. You claim Subin came looking for you today. He said he had been raped and threatened to talk this out. She blackmailed you for a large amount. He told her that he himself was suffering. There is no secret in this world that lasts forever. Mistake Chi, it will one day be known to the world. Your only way is to go first. Actively admit mistakes to ask for forgiveness. You are not beyond doubt. You use Chi-hun's story to promote. Pass the bill. Of course, you deny and analyze the benefits. Let me understand if you don't. The bill came out at today's press conference. Public opinion will definitely push the tip into Chi-hun. That's why you did that today. On the contrary, it can divert attention. Indirectly protect Chi-hun. You have nothing to say. This moment, you have a little regret. Married to a political husband. You make me feel more and more strange. On the other hand, she is half awake and half dreaming. She seemed to see the boy she always had. I hope she told her son. No one believes what Kim Cheol says. Even if she dies, she'll keep her son a secret. After she woke up, I can see that the person in front of me is not a dog. It's Kaisen. Kaisen seems to accidentally discover the secret of her glass. She immediately panicked. Kiseon wanted to talk to her a few times, but she always avoided him. Jun Seo and her classmates. I got into a fight over the news about Chi-hun. Hee-cho and her friend's mother were both called to the school. After explaining your friend's mother's misunderstanding, the driver took Hee-cho home before getting out of the car. You accidentally spilled your stuff while you're tidying up. Your mother learned to see So-bin's photo just fine. This parent is an obstetrician. Subin used to treat her. Your mother learns from her that the girl in the photo is AI. You hesitated to say it again. In the end, you choose to remain silent. Subin just came to the transplant clinic today. She ran into her at the clinic door. Ben stopped her immediately to ask about the authenticity of Chi kissing her. The awkward Subin gave a negative answer. Hearing Subin deny, she breathed in relief. And then there's the suspicion. You don't understand why Subin lied. Slandered Chi-hun again. Why do we have to rape in the city? Subin, hearing these words, feels ridiculous. She frankly said she wasn't a bully in the city. Subin's decisive attitude made her arise. A little bit suspicious. When I got home, I asked in the city. I think Subin's playing with their whole family. When Subin broke 2 in obstetrics and gynecology, she said she got pregnant because she was molested. The doctor referred her to the victim center. The clinic still keeps these records today. Take a step back and say, even if what Subin says is true, even if she wasn't molested. So after you hold a press conference, until now, Sao Subin didn't correct it. I want you to believe in me. Subin came into the city a word each. You don't know what to do. At this time, Chi's grandmother's family Hun found the door again. What you said at today's press conference. There's no doubt that I'm making fun of you. In front of the whole country, a stranger came to me asking for an explanation. They're even a little angry at Hee-cho's stepmother. You get down on your knees, willing to take all the criticism. I just hope people don't blame Hee-cho. You are the one who knows you love how much to kiss. This situation is touching, but only you know. All my life I've had to carry my heart for the eldest son and Hee-cho. It turns out that the Commissioner Kong investigated RA for the existence of Subin and the child in the womb. There's also something that Subin said in person in the gynecology department. The fact that you were pregnant is due to abuse. After he got the evidence, he sent Cho in the capital. He said he helped you book a press conference. Tell me to correct him instead. The land speculation is just a misunderstanding. If not, he'll talk about Chi Hun in the press conference. And then Subin came looking for you. I asked her about this. Sobin, that only a scar victim can have an abortion. That's why she said that in obstetrics. In short, she doesn't have schistosomiasis. The baby's father is not Chi Hun. It's her ex-boyfriend. She came to you for help. She needs money, actually, to have a place to stay. When you know the truth, think carefully. Decided to let Chi Hun carry the reputation of abuse. I promised I'll help her solve her house problems. Later in the press conference, I admit to Chi Hun's sins. I didn't forget to mention Commissioner Kong. I will investigate to the end of his land speculation. The next day he went out and forgot to wear the congressman's badge. Hector accidentally stepped on the badge that fell on the ground. This scene is a bit familiar. It reminded me of an evening like this. I went to the funeral and forgot to wear my badge. That very night I walked across the street, the place of the granddaughter of the oil shop owner. By the way, then she remembered the owner of the oil shop once told me, it wasn't even dark that day I visited. This doesn't fit at all. Then when you went to the funeral late at night, you didn't notice at the time. Now think again. I feel like it's not that simple. So she went to the oil shop owner. She said she couldn't remember wrong. That day, the day after you left, the first person to arrive was in the city. And you're wearing a badge. It was the badge that made her realize you were a senator. She found the register at the time. It's enough to prove what you said was wrong. Think of the meeting with Subin. That day Subin said a horrible truth. So Chi Hun died. The last person you saw was in the city. I remember when you were investigated. You said you've never met Chi Hun. She realized he must be hiding something. Before Chi Hun died warned me that it will make you unable to survive in the political world. Right after Chi Hun died, Hye-joo also learns from Subin that the last person you saw before it happened was you. She began to wonder what he was out in the middle of the night for. You go straight to the point and ask me, what happened on Chi Hun? Did you see him? You immediately denied it, but when she asked who he met that night, I don't want to reveal more details. When two people are talking, I got the news. Hi, I have revealed your past, that she slandered her brother online. Fast Newsland transmission. The internet is filled with insults. That's why you panicked. Encourage your wife not to hide anymore. The more I have to clear up now. This case has expired. Now which side is supported by public opinion? That side is the ultimate winner. But she still couldn't overcome the fear in her heart. Whether to show up or not, you still need to think. The next day there was a disturbance at her door. Ask her to come out and explain. You have to quietly leave. Through the back door into the office. Jun Seo saw the post online. I can't believe the words in the article. Suspecting you of lying to harm others for money. After school, she rushed to the office to find her. I met him and immediately questioned him. The daughter's suspicions hurt her deeply. I can't help but cover my crying face. And that's why she decided to go on television. You want to explain clearly the situation with the public. After you agree, team of the capital, go and arrange a TV show immediately. But you choose, arrange the program the next day. Reasons not to choose today. It's because I want to let public opinion ferment a little bit. This is because of the dispute between you and your husband. The internet supports the Southern law. Ganjal has changed direction. But if you put out the fire as soon as it starts, the effect will be very small. I want to wait until the land fires. Go across the country and put out the fire. Even at great risk. You will suffer more. I decided to make a bet. Then I contacted Kaizen. He said, give him one more chance. Land speculation evidence exposed the truth. Kaizen did not hesitate. Immediately agreed. This time, he agreed. I accidentally heard her words when she was in a coma. She has always known the truth about her crimes. Cough, but she helps her son keep a secret. Until now. I'm going to blame Cho Hye-joo. Kaizen advised her to take the initiative to tell the truth. Don't let the mistake continue. But Mrs. Glass's reaction was intense. She absolutely wouldn't let her son be charged with assault. Ki-seon chose to tell the whole truth. But I don't believe. Plus, she just found out that her husband had met her. Hector, what Kaizen said to her is even more unreliable. Two people in front of her. She still refuses to admit it. It also reveals that Kaizen and the city are connected to reveal evidence of her land speculation. She came here because of this. Seoul just had a car accident. Sung-hae heard that Kaizen cooperated with the city again. 7 thoughts on my husband. Listen to Hye-joo's story. Mom of friend Jun Seo contacted her. Call her to her clinic. Subin checked in with her. So she was very impressed with Subin. She probed and asked a few questions. After learning the girl was molested in the news. That's Subin. Ben immediately told Hye-joo. The baby in Subin's belly is not actually Chi Hun's. When she was pregnant, Tai Chi Hun was still in prison. And Subin wasn't forced to. She lied for the convenience of breaking too. I heard that. Hye-joo was shocked by this news. You can't say a word. At the same time, the accomplice came to Subin. He's also Subin's ex-boyfriend. A hypocritical opponent who shows deep affection. Said a few sentences that exposed the tale of the lender's account.
In the name of drug trading.
That's Subin. I want to ask her to do something. She knows now. The suspect also used his account to the drug business. This can explain. Why did you find drugs in humans? Hoon. Subin suspects that the accomplice sent you to trade. but the accomplice told her. This medicine was stolen by Chi-hoon. He really wanted to let Chi-hoon try. But you are determined. Result: you stole the drugs before the customer came to pick them up. That evening I called Subin out. Tell her to coordinate well. Don't show up next to Hee-chul. Subin got a call from JD. She was very nervous. I can't help but think that JD is the father. That night, he came home in his clothes under the interrogation of Hee-chul. I finally admitted, that night I met Chi-hoon. According to her, on the way home. I got your phone. You said you drank to cause trouble, then tell me to come to the rescue, but I told her I was coming home. So I went home one day. And then I gave him an excuse to leave. After meeting Chi-hoon, I was very angry. Then Chi-hoon happened. I'm both scared and sorry. I chose to hide this. I see these days, Hee-chul suffered so much because of this. I'm also heartbroken. You didn't expect the truth to be like that. She wept and comforted him, telling him not to blame himself. It was raining that night, and I wanted to go to my office and see it. I didn't expect to see Subin again. When she found out Subin wasn't pregnant, Chi-hoon's children were not molested either. So I left a message asking Subin about this. She's also willing to forgive Subin's deception, as long as Subin tells the truth. No matter from what angle, you don't want Subin to be a victim. After hearing that Subin had gone to the surgery alone, the more you feel compassion and pain for her. Subin was moved by her heartfelt message. So Subin came looking for you. It's another shocking news. Is in the city and her sister is having an affair. It was in the afternoon of Chi-hoon that something happened. Subin and you at home. They heard the conversation between you and Yosin. I met you that night to advise you. End the affair. Overall, the city is suspicious. Chi-hoon may have been killed by you. On the day of the case, he took Subin to his office to find Hee-chul. There is no AI in the office. I was going to call you, but hesitated forever. He decided to take Subin home and wait for her. I'm sure you'll help Subin. Because their circumstances are the same. They have no friends to rely on. Go home while waiting in your room. You heard a noise downstairs. You and Subin carefully downstairs, just in time to hear your conversation. They in the city said it was my careless mistake. But Yosin was very emotional. You said you might be the most careless, but Yosin kept losing his way. I don't know how to deal with Hee-chul. Let Subin hear bad things in the house. The weather is a little awkward. You two go back to the waiting room. In the house without AI just quietly left. Your mood is down. Tell Subin to detect. Don't tell anyone what happened. You remember 5 years ago, on my high school graduation day, when I woke up, I poured water on the first floor. You heard a noise coming from the room. Ben slowly approached. Through the crack of the door he saw a very nauseating sight. He was in shock and vomited endlessly, so that I don't have to see that disgusting couple. You just decided to leave home. I can't believe 5 years. In the capital still sneaking back and forth with Yashin. Think about it, I decided to see you once. Warning you to stop making mistakes, or you'll expose it. Your bad story. It cost me my political career. You haven't come back since you went out. The next day Subin threw the news on TI6. I know that Chi-hoon is dead. She went to Chi-hoon's temple. Looking at the scene in the city hugging Hee-chul comforted. I just feel more and more nauseous in my heart. No more Chi-hoon help. Subin lives a wandering life. She escaped from the hands of her accomplice. You can't escape the enemy. The accomplice kept calling and texting. No matter where Subin goes, he'll find her. Turns out the accomplice was Jide. Subin was very upset. I suddenly thought of Hee-chul in the same situation as me. So Subin came home. I lied to you that I was pregnant with your baby. Just to be temporarily. To prove that what you say is not false. Subin said that Chi-hoon's phone stored messages. I was thinking about breaking up with Subin. But that's not the case. The night you died, after meeting in the city, Subin and he called each other. She said, for you. I know I'm pregnant with my ex-boyfriend's baby. He told her not to tell him. Or Subin can't escape for the rest of her life. He suddenly had a bad phone signal. You can only send a message to Subin. Never say goodbye. Do you really want to die? Chi's idea. Hun is telling Subin not to act thoughtlessly. Don't say anything to your accomplice. Otherwise, the consequences are really unpredictable. When I was on the phone, I was on the Han River. After hearing that Subin was pregnant, you are angry in your heart. I can't finish the accomplice. After he hung up, he texted Subin again. He said he would end this life. Right now, Hee-chul finally understood the meaning of the message Chi. What has Hun sent to Subin? Out. Subin also said, tell me why I'm suspicious in the city. After Subin left the Hee-chul house, she used infidelity to intimidate you. He also said that he was not violated by Chi-hoon. The result is in the city of hope Subin kept secret. I'm hoping she'll coordinate and admit to being molested by you. In exchange, I'll give Subin a house to live in. Finished talking to Subin. She came home and questioned him. Do you have that relationship with Yozob? I see you won't admit it. She turned around. Go ask Yozob. I can't believe she came to the door early. To face her question, Yozob immediately admitted. I'm panicking right now, but I don't want to hear you explain. Send 2 people out of the house immediately. When you left the house, you called me. Admit the fact that I had an affair. I have long heard your talk. Hun in the city, from the dash cam on the car. He knows about the city of adultery. The next day in the city called Cho Hye-chul. I hope you join me on the evening show. She immediately refused and scolded him. Even because to pass the Southern Gonak's law that mercilessly sacrificed his son's honor, Hye-cho thought of Chi-hun heartbreak, asked the opposite in the city. His son died after meeting him on the banks of the Han River. Does this have anything to do with you? You deny you didn't actually kill your son. After hanging up the phone, I felt something strange. I didn't see my son at the river that day. I called out to you. Talk about seeing my son in the car. Take your red jacket and run. I'm worried about my son causing trouble. So he ordered the heckling. Forward to review. He replied that you were running too fast. So he didn't catch up. But now that I think about it, I'm a little suspicious.
You asked Hun. Did you meet Chi-hun at the Han River?
After receiving his affirmative answer, you keep asking him if he killed his oldest son. The answer is you think for yourself. But he immediately rejected it because Subin told you. After Chi, when I heard she was pregnant, I was furious. He said he would not forgive his accomplice. The night of the crime, it was raining heavily, and you were drinking. The possibility of an accident is still there. But you absolutely won't think twice. On the way to see Chi-hun. They said it was about to be a big election. What if you caused trouble outside? Related to vertical sex crimes or drug matters. Something Hunche. We'll find a way to solve these difficult problems. She 3. I just finished talking and found drugs on you. I suspect Hun Bamboo worried you become a stone in the way. That's why I work with you. Hun Tre hastily denied. He told me about the night he followed you. To the riverbank there's a toilet. These places are very typical drug dealing sites. The man on the river gave him a fight. I told you to throw away the drugs. I saw you do what Theo promised to take you home. He just turned around and you disappeared. Immediately drive away, tell in the city. Dashcam on car. I saw you jump into the river. I don't know why, but look at the video. Maybe you want to pick up the drugs you threw. That's why there was an accident. Then in dollar open video out watch. Of course, as the hum says. At the same time, since Sung Hee revealed Hye-cho's past. Slander Sung Ho online. Hye-cho was immediately condemned by netizens. Jun Seo's daughter at school was also scammed by her classmates. When she came home, she was angry with Sung Hee also came to the house mocking. I hope you taste it. The feeling of losing someone like me. After considering, you decide together in the city to join a TV show, Face to Face Lens. She said she was harassed that year. Between everyone's misunderstanding and blame, you chose to leave the country. Even if you have to endure extreme pain, you never thought either the destroyer will take his own life. At the same time she was on the program, Yosin took sleeping pills. Look at the couple filming the show. I remember Yosin once told me. 5 years ago, she was raped. The intruder is in the city. Out. The host also confirmed with the couple. About Chi-hun's invasion controversy, Hye-cho does not deny, because earlier in the city I told you, hiding the truth about you. Help the South Gonjo law be passed. To do good for posterity. There will be no more victims like you. So you compromised. After the show is over, go backstage. You completely changed the form. Deep feelings of husband and wife. To divorce you. When she tried to take off the ring, he stopped her. You said you can't get divorced now. Because you and Nam Gon-gil's law are inextricably bound together. It's currently the focus of public attention. I want the bill passed before the big election. Before that, you two couldn't be separated. Subin and Sung Hee also watched the show. Subin is very confusing. She said, tell me about your affair. Yosin does not understand at SAO. I agree to join you in the program. Still Sung. He is extremely angry about the behavior described by Sung.
He chose vertical love.
Prepare to come out for an interview. There is also a heated debate on the internet. Most people support the South Gonjo law. There's even fake netizens. Subin was suddenly kissed several times. They were forced to take medicine. Subin after seeing more and more disturbing. When Hye-cho recorded the show, Yosin took a large amount of sleeping pills to lose consciousness. Was taken to an emergency. The news goes to tie Hye-cho in his head. Even though she hated Yosin to the bone. But he immediately ran to the hospital. She sits at her sister's hospital bed. Not long after Josian woke up, I'm sorry. But soon after, Josian said, give me more shocking news. In the city violated her. That day was Chi-hun's graduation. Family of 4 fun. Get along to Chi-hun's school. Josian helps them take family photos. Who could have expected then Josian was invaded in the city. The second day after what happened, I knelt down in front of her. He said he was just a momentary mistake. You have examined deeply. Ask her to give you one more chance. Then Yosin locked himself up for a long time. Done. I don't know how Yosin went through hell. I thought it was just not healthy. As much as possible for her. Jazan is even heavier. It's her daughter's birthday. Hye-cho prepared seaweed soup early. I'm going to visit her with Jazan. To face Hye-cho so kindly. She can't tell you what she's doing. Good for Hector. So she decided to forget it all. Pretend it's nothing. Try to get yourself out of the dark. But I still can't forget. She always had to rely on sleeping pills. The book where it happened. Jazan didn't have the courage to walk in. Hye-cho heard Jazan recount. At first she was hard to believe. Then she also gradually accepted. I remember Jazan making excuses. Fear of touching important things in the library. Ask her to clean the library for you later. It turns out that there have been traces since then. She and her husband were talking in the library. Yosin came to deliver. Hye-joo told her to bring it in, but her sister hesitated. Hye-joo is a little impatient. Ace was faced with extreme fear. Still walk into the library. Now that Hye-joo thinks about it, she regrets not being able to.
Yosun has lived in such suffering for so long.
Two people crying and hugging each other. She advised her to report. But 5 years later, the evidence was soon gone. Yosun is not going to investigate. One is that she's going through Hector's story. The public doesn't believe I gave you the label. The scammer is afraid of being attacked by public opinion. Or in the city. I've never helped her either. She also happens to be in this hospital. She's in the next room taking care of her. I overheard the conversation between the two. Sung-hee asks Hye-joo, on the TV show again, claiming that I slandered Sung-ho. Otherwise Sung-hee will go public in the city. Did with her. On the other hand, in public evidence, Commissioner Sung, confidential disclosure of land planning information. To let the family profit. Not long after, news in the newspaper. She drinks after watching the news almost crazy. That night Hector interrogated in underwear. Did you invade Yosun? You still insist. It was just a temporary mistake. You suddenly feel, the man in front of me was a stranger. You hurt Yosun. Sao can also thick face promote Nam-gajo law. I explained it because I made a mistake. You want to push the law. It's a way to atone for yourself. She advised him to confess, but he refused.
Currently, South Gajol's law has just begun to gain support.
I can't give up in the middle. Hector heard the 4 words of the law. Muffled ears screaming. I've always used this code as a cover. It seems like everything you do makes sense. You never want to hear those words again. I told you to think about your children. If you confess so Jun Seo know how to live Sao. Hye-joo suddenly remembered when Subin had just arrived at the house. She even asked Subin.
Was he raped by Chi?
You used to blame yourself for that. Because you're a mother and you're suspicious of your child. But you never had a doubt in your mind. I didn't expect you to do that in a dream. You feel disgusted. I see from the bottom of my heart that you're not confessing. She went to the party at night. Tell the whole truth. Party representatives said that if I were you, she'll keep quiet. The Nam-gajo law though ultimately could not pass, but now there's public support. Certainly can also make some changes. Once everyone knows in the city, it is also related to crime. The outcome of this bill will be clear. You all understand the reason, but you are still confused. You know there's been a lot of effort in the city, but the mistakes you made can't be fixed. Let's talk about this, party representatives who stand on the ground of the people and society. I have an opinion. If the city stays in politics, maybe it'll make the world a little better. But she also understands the position of others. So in the end, how do we make a choice? It's all up to Cho Hye-joo to decide for herself about this.
They have the same view as the party.
Hun reproach always given that in the capital and Yosun adultery. Unexpected later in a drunk. He heard the truth from her mouth. So he advised Yashin not to do anything. It's good for Hector, it's good for Hector. The old story is revealed. In the capital again to find Yashin sorry. Please keep quiet. In the promised capital as long as the South Gajo law is passed. I will withdraw from politics. In the name of changing the world. I'm not ashamed to ask her forgiveness. Subin came looking for you. Josian is at the door of the hospital. Go back to the whole process. It's just that she wasn't careful to be spotted. Han Denny deleted the video in Subin's phone. I warned her a few times. Subin went to the hospital room and advised Josian to report to the police. Subin. Now the one who suffers the most is Yosun. Don't put any more pressure on her. You have to respect all her choices. Subin questioned Hye-joo. Why do you lie on TV? That Chi-hun chicory. At the same time turning a blind eye to criminals. It's really in my head. To this question Hye-joo gives the same reason. To pass the South Gajo law, Subin didn't understand the choice Hye-joo made. Maybe a bill can cover it up. All the suffering you've been through. Why can you really do it? Without shame of conscience, Subin's words made her fall into confusion again. She finally made the choice to hold a press conference in front of the camera lens. You have exonerated Cho Chi-hun. At the same time, reveal the truth. In the city molested a woman 5 years ago. You exposed the crime in the city, molested her. Immediately cause a large wind wave. The power after knowing. I can't help but feel amazed. Commissioner Sung just held a press conference. He decided to sell the land. Donate all profits to society. She drew a line with Mrs. Lee. After the press conference is over. I also know that the city has been exposed. He couldn't help but regret. Reason. Hye-joo chose to stand out from Cho Chi-hun's vindication. Give back justice to Yozob. There is a very important reason for this, Junseo. After learning what I did wrong, she turned to Hector for help. Political career in the city. Don't make this public. She even described the crimes committed in the city. It's just a small, insignificant thing. Jun's 3 views of SEO have been distorted. Hye-joo is finally fully awake. You have to go public. Yosun hid in his room quietly watching the news. Eyes gradually get wet. Only Jun Seo did not understand Hye-joo's choice. She questioned her mother. Why Seo didn't choose to solve the problem privately? You just have to make noise. Everybody knows. She had this thought because so far, she's always for her parents, but had to endure countless protests from classmates. This time after the city's crimes were uncovered, the schoolmates' ridicule of her reached the top. June.seo basically can't stand the evil. This idea. After the news was broadcast, my heart broke in the city. Your fifth team couldn't contact you. There's only a mop next to you. He advised me not to confess to his allegations. Give you no proof. Team 5 can think of anything to save it. Not directly. Giving up time will dilute everything. And then people will forget about this. So I can't give up. Middle. I quietly listened to Hun's advice. Subin finished watching the news and immediately went to find Her front door was filled with reporters. There was an employee who was. Yosin fired his job for stealing money from the store. She's standing in front of the camera. Have a beautiful wife. Not to the point of invasion. Yosin is definitely because she loves her city. Without being answered. Should deliberately slander harm. Subin came forward to help Yosin defend a few sentences. They were immediately surrounded by reporters. When asked who she was, Subin suddenly felt scared. I don't know how to answer. The two sisters are also watching the news. Because something happened in the city that made me feel good. This time Kaizen, hurry up and tell her. The content of the press conference that the commissioner held. He betrayed her. I heard that. She's almost crazy. Tell Kaizen to think of every way to make it up to him. You can save 7. Even Sung-ho's story she's willing to erase. Kaizen reminder, she was lying about Sung-ho. Brunette Glass and Kaizen argued completely. I forgot that Hai is still there. Listen to the words of two people who gradually understand. It turns out that at that time the Corals actually harassed the heck. I feel like my mother is ridiculous. For protecting my son, without regret to change white for black, ruining someone else's life. Other side, he took the city to a remote place to hide his face. I opened the phone. I saw Hector's message. Send it to me after the press conference is over. You said you were a pest. They have no choice how to make atonement. You always say you want to build an ideal world. But in the ideal world you say, there is no room for Yosin. This is just your decision. Your heart is like a mess when you get out of the car. In a moment I drove away. I can't find you, so I immediately call for help. She thought you might go to the squirrel. They used to date after the election was over. We'll travel there. She immediately went to the squirrel and found him on the beach. I'm walking towards the deep sea. It's almost swallowed by the ocean. Despite everything, I came to call you. She calls out his name to Jun-seo's father. I finally heard your call. 2 back to shore. She poured out all her grief and indignation criticizing him. I have no right to leave so selfishly. I didn't resist, even though I let you scold me. After this, I finally understood. Sincere regret that I thought was real. They are all self-correct. It's a way to be forgiven. It's not decided by a predator like you. So you're in front of the media. Admit all allegations and make the most sincere apologies. It's not too far away. I look at you with a complicated mind. I only know myself because of you. He has walked a path of no escape, no matter the tricks. It turned out that the night Chi-hun died, I met you in person. He found you with drugs in your hand. I immediately suspected you of doing something illegal. He explained that the medicine came from a friend. You didn't do anything illegal. You deliberately took the drugs. He wanted to be arrested by the police to destroy his career. The politics of the map. He told me to throw away the medicine and come home. At first you listened to throw away. Who suspected that Trey just turned away? You threw your head in the water again. Tom has a chance to save you, but he chose to turn away. He picked up the phone he left on the beach. Get camera. The journey recorded his quarrel and in his clothes. After a series of actions that have protected the city. After you confessed, the party also expelled him from the party. Earlier Hye-joo asked the opinion of the party representative. She advised you to be quiet, but when you're determined to expose it, party representatives also did not your decision. She's also helping out with some of your press conference. 5 teams in the city disband one by one. The rich shopkeeper was very sad. To the front door of the city venting helplessly, Subin to the police station, accusing a group of men of abuse. Your account for illegal trading. He also accused an artist who had been suspected of buying. That's the artist Xin. Subin finally met Hector. Then tell me, there's a lot I haven't heard about Chi-hun since you. I know about Jongdu and Yosin. Has started deliberately causing trouble. You would rather.
He sacrificed himself to destroy his political
career. But when you
career.
are convicted. When I saw you cry so hard, I regretted it. Understand that you shouldn't use yourself to hurt her. Since then, you've decided to reform. It doesn't make you sad anymore. You're not on drugs. You're not the scum of society as rumored. Hye-joo, hearing this, she was moved to tears. After everything settles down, Ki-seon choose go abroad. Sung-hee went to see Hye-joo once before leaving. She's sincerely sorry for the wrong thing left I've done over the years. Sung-hee told her to sue their mother. At any cost, she's willing to endure. Now Sung-hee is finally willing to step out of the past. It's called Hye-joo's current name. It's like going back to school. Jun-seo finally makes peace with Hye-joo. When you learn to mock in front of her. She could have stood up. Even though she's got a bad dad. But she also has a brave mother. Expose everything. Hetero and in the capital and prison have completed divorce proceedings. You're in jail.
But Southern law.
Ganjil continues to radiate its influence. The supporters are still pushing this bill. The drug dealers were also arrested. Everything goes into orbit. He opened the book as a child in clothes. Above record your simple wish at that time. I hope to be an honest man. Building a country that makes people happy. Have you done your will now? You can't judge. but no matter what, now you've come out of the dark. I can finally put on a happy smile. This movie is the end. Thank you for liking and commenting. Subscribe to support his channel. Check in on time every day and have fun. Goodbye.